Right, everyone, here we go then. Qualifying at the my home Grand Prix. The British Grand Prix. Is it just the best Grand Prix? It's been raining all over the country today. But where I am right now, the clouds have cleared. So let's have a look and see what's going on down on the ground. At Silverstone. Very overcast at Silverstone, I have to say. Does look a little bit drier though. Does look a little bit drier. Welcome everyone in chat. Oh, let's get this working again. Let's get the old chat box working. Just 29 minutes to go till the start of the race. So, not too long. And is the weather going to make another appearance? A wet FP3 where we saw a red flag. We saw drivers going off the circuit. So we'll see if the same thing happens here. Or not. Welcome everyone, chat. Bear with me. Let's get the old... Oh, almost perfect. How did I get that so... Oh, okay. That's what I did. Clearly I'm not really a pro at this. But yeah, Natasha hoping for a bit of rain. I don't know whether the drivers are going to start on inters, but if it doesn't rain, this session is definitely not going to finish on inters. So it's a session where you got to be in it to win it, basically, because I suspect the track is going to be drying. Remember, the F2 sprint race today was cancelled. So the F2 sprint race was cancelled. Mark was saying the F2 race looked like a swim. Well, they cancelled the sprint this morning. Welcome around, welcome Zoe, Small Car Cup, Lucy, Seema, Move Electrons, Ryan, Vlatka in the house as well, Herbert, Grandad, Andy. Dry here in Derbyshire at the moment, but very windy. Martin Harmson in the house as well. What happened? Summary. Well, summary of what? FP3, it was wet, Pierre Gasly spun, and George Russell was the driver that got the fastest time before it started to rain again or drizzle again, and no one could therefore really beat that lap time. So I'm looking at pictures of the circuit now, and still looks to be damp, but it's not raining as far as I can see. Click Rock in the house, so I hope everyone's doing well. How many people are watching from the UK? Is it your... We'd have to do a nations check and see what the story is. Max Verstappen are currently on 237 points. Lando is second in the championship with 156. If you were to take Verstappen out of this championship, completely hypothetically, it would be one of the most exciting battles we've ever seen, I think. But there we go. And by the way, the forecast for tomorrow is quite a lot of rain and thunderstorms and hail. Lucy from the UK, Rory Thompson. We don't know where Rory Thompson is because he's just jet setting all over the world. Move Electrons watching from the UK. Zilda Russell watching as well, supporting Lando, even though you're George Russell's cousin. I'm not sure about that. Isabel Plug in the house. So yeah, we did have the benefit of watching FP3 earlier, and seeing who looked good, and the Mercedes looked pretty good. Verstappen was up there from time to time as well. We know it's a decent circuit for McLaren. This we know that they've done well here in the past. Rory still in Cape Town, moving soon. Vlatka says, I owe you an apology, and everyone's in chat. I confuse sultanas with dates. We've all been there. We've all done that. One time or another. Aaron Paul looks like quality is live on German RTL. So how do the rights work in Germany then? Is it still free to air? Is it free to air on all of them? Because is Viaplay is paid satellite, isn't it? And RTL is terrestrial, if I remember from my time in Germany. Grandad and his showers. Now there's showers. So since you commented earlier, now we have showers. Goodness me. So it's all kicking off in Derbyshire, which is very close to where we are right now. Right. It's almost impossible to get live pictures, don't know why. RTL maybe does 7 races. Viaplay just took over Republic Channel Netherlands. Okay. Well, like a takeover, like what? Like military-esque. Like they stormed it and said, we own your aerials now. Do you think it would be more fun if companies, big companies, actually went to war with each other? Like takeovers are just like military? Would that be more fun, or is that... Percy Pigginton saying it looks like the Red Bulls are not strong around here. Well, Max was looking decent earlier. Although he did spin. He did do a 360 in FP3. So we forgot a drink. Anna saying looks like McLaren pole. I wouldn't... I mean, it depends on the conditions. It might shake it up a bit. But you say McLaren pole? Yes, potentially. McLaren looks so strong recently. I can see an advert now with... the lady from Sky Sports and Lando. It's very incestuous, isn't it? The world of Formula 1 and Sky and the relationship with the teams. I don't mean that in the literal sense. In a sort of metaphorical sense. It's all very cushy. Rory likes the rain. It mixes everything up. Chai is happy to be back and got the backpack. Yeah, if you want to win a backpack... GT Omega are giving away a backpack. I think the code is Kireth Britain. I think. So hit that link. You can win a free backpack. GT Omega drew another 2 for Austria. Beef and Barley, how's the weather at Silverstone? Well, overcast, but I don't think it's raining right now. As we are literally right now, I don't think it's raining. Percy, as a McLaren fan, I'm actually so happy about the performance this year. We look back to, the banter era. Those were the fun times for McLaren, but maybe they needed to go through it. Apparently the F2 sprint, did they delay it till now then? To just now? Has the F2 sprint just happened? Did they find a gap for it? How do they find a gap there? Fair play. Sounds like Kimi Antonelli had a really good race. I mean, in the wet conditions... tends to be where the most talented drivers do shine or have an opportunity to shine. So we are just 20 minutes away from the start of qualifying. I'll explain how it's going to work, and should be mixed up at the beginning with the rain. You can see here the times they were doing in FP3 were a long way off what they'll be doing in the dry, so it's not a dry track at all. The F3... oh, was it the F3 sprint? Sorry, apologies. It was the F3 sprint that was delayed then. The F2 sprint has gone ahead. How did Ollie Behrman do in that? Now he's been announced as taking the Haas seat. It's a big news since we were last on the live stream with... well, from last week, with Ollie Behrman now confirmed at Haas for next year. Kati Uji in the house as well. Welcome on board, everyone. I'm excited for this qualifying. Proper track. Well, I like the Silverstone layout. I just don't really like the sort of where it is and sort of how difficult it is to get there. But I think the track layout is phenomenal, actually. Some great corners, some great commitment corners where you're turning it in at high speed and you're just relying literally on the aerodynamics, which is pretty cool. And it's so far removed, say, the Silverstone circuit from what they're going to do with Madrid. And I think they need to have a mixture of both, to be honest. Welcome, Ian Greasebat. How's it from South Africa? Thank you, Ian. Signing off there. Welcome on board. Not the only South African in the chat, I can assure you of that. Mr. George says, come on, where do you get those Union Jacks? Where do you get that Union Jack, chat? I've never seen... Hang on a second. Can I now view flags? Is anyone else seeing Mr. George's Union Jacks there? Chat, can someone put flags in from another country? Because normally I never get the country, I just get the initials. Silda, let's go Lando, Lando, it's okay, let's go Lando, Lando. Yeah, Gerard talking about that weaving in the pit lane. I'm surprised he didn't get a penalty. Destin from South Africa as well. Lucy, the track itself is great, but agree that it's basically a muddy field. Yeah, see, it's one of these ones that look great on TV, and when you go there, it could be a very big difference. Oh, the flags! Oh, there must be an update. Chat, for anyone else, is this the first time that you've seen the flags? Mark's got images turned off. That's because you've been subscribed now, Mark. Seema's got the Japanese flag. Isabel's got the Pride flag in there. So all the flags are coming out. When does it start? Great question. 19 minutes till the start. Sky just doing a big advert now with Mercedes. It's all an advert for Mercedes cars. The thinnest of veilings of an advert, this. We need more Peugeot in Formula 1. Like back in the day. Percy Pickinton, what team do I support? I don't really support a team. I don't support like a team. Just like to see good racing, good drives. Rory Thompson got the pirate flag. So we got all the flag. Okay, let's do a nations check now. This is going to change. The nations. This is going to be the first nations check we've ever done with flags that I can see. This is going to change the whole game for me. Are we ready? All right. Let us know where in the world you're watching from, and now you can put your flag in. Now my flag knowledge is going to be tested here. Do I have a favourite driver? I don't really have a favourite driver either. Okay, Zoe's got Mexico. And a checkered flag. Netherlands. UK, Germany. Oh, I don't know that one from Anaf. I don't know what that one is, I'm afraid. Hooked on British. Anthony, USA. Mashabane, South Africa. Karen, is that Iran? What? Just broke everything. Haywo, is that Australia? Paul from USA. Ryan, I don't know that one from Ryan, I'm afraid. Christopher Lee, you can't see the flags. Choked's got USA. Vlaka's got Croatia. Fitbit's got Netherlands. This is the Maldives. I didn't know that's the Maldives at all. There we go, that's the Maldives. Keep putting the flags in. Paul, is that one Trinidad and Tobago? Ryan's is Taiwan. Where's Ryan's one? Okay, that's Taiwan. I can see the flags now. I could never see them before. Oh, RRMGR. No, that's someone's snipped a flag there with some scissors. Yeah, I don't know how you guys and girls are putting the flags in. I don't know how you're doing it, but fair play. Linos got India. Seema's got USA. Goodness me, this advert for Mercedes is still going. Zoe's Mexican, but is at Silverstone. So I can put both flags in there. Nepal. You typed in the country. Okay, so can I type in the country then? NA. Oh. They're two capitals. It doesn't work for me! Ah, oh, damn. Chat, it doesn't work for me. I can't do it. Is it just literally coming up with the flag when you do it? 15 minutes to go, by the way. 15-minute warning. Hit emoji first.
Keep trying.
Nope, no emotes found. No emotes found. Alright, we'll have to look at it another time. Goodness me, this is the longest advert I've ever seen. I'm not going to buy a Mercedes, don't worry about it. Clearly going to buy an Alpine. Yeah, maybe it only works on the phones. Maybe I should film some adverts. Just absolutely chock this stream full of ads. Team has got the Golf. So thank God to hear in the Red Bull garage really warm because I was freezing earlier. Let us know, what can you see in the Red Bull garage? What's going on in the Red Bull garage? What's the situation? CMSA must be a phone ting. Black, I don't have them on my PC either, but I have them on mobile. Martin, what flag is that from Martin? Is that the Dutch Antilles? Martin O'Regan's managed to get Ireland in there. So some people have it, some people don't. They're still doing an advert for Mercedes. Come on. Formula 1 is just a big advert, isn't it? What are we advertising here? At the British GP, sponsored by British Airways. It's Aruba. Okay. Was I actually quite close? Where are the Dutch Antilles? Rory, I don't think they realise, but if you waste enough of my time, they'll refuse. Well, I think it works like, if you keep battering away, people just be like, I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to go out and buy a Mercedes. Paul says, who's a Norris fan? Mark used to have the actual race in the corner. We used to have F1 Manager, but we kept getting taken down. Even though it's just a game. It's not worth the risk. We could have it in the ticker tape though. We can put whatever we want in ticker tape. RZ missed FP3 because it happened while I was sleeping. Did I miss anything? It was the fastest. Well, George Russell was the fastest. The amount of airtime that Sky are giving Mercedes is literally, I've never seen anything like it. It almost must be contractually stipulated. Money, it feels like money has changed hands here. Zoe says, I like owning my man, that's why I'm here in this stream. Welcome D6. D6 back in the house. Sneaking around. 13 minutes to go, everyone. Chat, 49 likes. Can we push for the 100 likes? What do we aim for on the like front here? What's possible for us on likes in qualifying? Let me know your ambitious targets in the chat. By the way, sunshine. The sun is shining at Silverstone. So I wonder what's going to happen here in Q. You still don't want to trip up in Q3 as there might be a sort of a wettish track. Although if the F2 sprint just happened, they will have created a dry line. 500 minimum. Welcome Jack Van Zyl and Luis Velez. Right, 500 minimum. We got to pump those likes up then. We've got to pump those likes up. Just keep hitting the like button. By the way, apparently when I say hit the like button, it should animate in a video now. It should animate, like YouTube detects it and it's like, oh, this is where it is. I'm guessing it doesn't happen on the streams. That'd be mad if it happened on the streams. Martin O'Regan's still in Ireland. 12 minutes to go till qualifying. A lot of activity in the McLaren garage, as you might expect. Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. The pastry man. Don't see animation. Okay, must only be in videos then. Christopher Lee is to a room about Antolin to F1. Well, the Mercedes seat is still open. Rumours say... Oh, is that Ivory Coast? Not Ireland. Did I get that wrong? Rumours say that Mercedes really want to bring Max Verstappen in, and the only reason they haven't confirmed that second seat is that they're waiting to get the yes or no from Max Verstappen. Seema says, seems like a rainbow over the track. What you mean now? Reacher says, let's finally go, Lando. Let's finally go indeed. Isabel, don't think Mercedes will be able to get Max. Well, you never know. If it all implodes, it could happen. Chai saying confirmed rain at track. Well, it must be away from the pits then. So if you don't know what you're looking at here, D6 is going. Hang on. If you don't know what you're looking at here, I've got to keep not breaking this. Hang on. We've got to get my mouse up. Let's use Lando as the mouse, okay? So this here is the new pit complex at Silverstone. This is the finish line in Formula 1 now. They changed Silverstone fairly recently. This is the old pit lane. This is actually the pit lane they use for other series like GT3s. So the pit lane, the start line, the finish line used to be here. And it can be a little bit confusing because these bits of the circuit don't look like massively dissimilar. They look quite similar actually. So there might be people watching who haven't watched F1 for a long time like, oh, that's similar. So this here is the finish line. And this is the pits. Now unfortunately what they did is they recessed the pits in basically underground. So if you're sat in the grandstands, I don't think you can really see them. Then they also built hotels here instead of building grandstands, which is another interesting fan-friendly decision. But if it's not raining there, if it's sunny there, it could still be raining, say, at Cops. Where should we leave the mouse? Just leave the mouse there. How many engines did Gasly get? I think Gasly's got like 1,000 placed pit penalty or something, hasn't he? Quite a bit of rain at the track. We're certainly not in the pits. And we know the Dutch live blogs, they are 100% accurate. Karen, even though Toto defended Max was live, Max wouldn't go to Mercedes. Yeah, it's very interesting last week at Austria that Toto Wolff was not going to blame Max at all. Infer from that what you want. Zoe's going to grab the team radio. Zoe, can we plug you into the stream? Can we get the team radio plugged in? You know what? We should do that. We should reach out to a team like Haas and say, can we just get your team radio plugged in? Should we do that, chat? Ryan, I do remember in 2022, Joe Guanyu had a big accident. Yeah, he was upside down. Lando's walking to the track, to his garage. Again, he's got the hoodie on. The Sky Sports interviewer, she's interviewing him. I think she's got a Gucci bag. Is that a Gucci bag? I don't know about the world of high fashion, but I think she's got a Gucci bag. Let's pay well at Sky. Choked. I wish I would put Silverstone in G7. We'll find out tonight. Could happen. Kira, do you think the DWC is in danger for Max? I don't think so. I know what you're saying, Drivers' World Championship. I don't think so. I think he's probably still safe. When is Fernando Alonso going to get his GP2 engine back? Well, Aston Martin looking fairly GP2 at the moment. Lewis Hamilton just adjusting himself. He's getting in the car now. 6 minutes to go. Chaya, new update. Currently dry, but large amount of rain expected in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. Vlack says, what's the 18 mark up top? That's how long we're going to have in Q1. When Q1 gets underway, it's going to be an 18-minute session. So we've got the timer there. Buffalo says, will both Haas drivers make out of Q3? We'll see. It's obviously a high-speed track, this one. And we're going to other tracks that have high-speed sections like Circuit of the Americas, Baku as well. Spa, obviously. It's going to be Hungary next time around. Ian says Max wins if it rains. Jules penalty, Germany not. I didn't see the football actually. Cloudwalker in the house. Had my head buried in video editing. Who has looked quickest in the FPs thus far? Fam. Very Shakespearean there. Oh, the Mercedes looking quick. So we got an advert for shampoo. What shampoo do people use? What's the maybe we should do a poll on it. D6, I'm waiting for Q2 to begin the middle stages of qualifying. Not here for the beginning, not here for the end. Here for the juicy bit in the middle, that's Q2. A small car cup saying a wet track can sometimes favour the lower power cars. Let us know about the history of what's going on in your profile picture there. Looks like you might be doing some racing of your own. Welcome Diwad Bewell as well. Shampoo's a scam. Head and Shoulders. L'Oreal, that's 2 for Head and Shoulders. I've got a question about Head and Shoulders. Is shampoo right? I get the head bit. I don't get the shoulders bit. You using that on your shoulders? Should it not just be called head? Just putting it out there. Right, title screen. We're almost underway. 4 minutes to go. It's for flaky hair. The dandruff flakes onto your shoulders. Keeps flake off shoulders. Head and shoulders. Well, what? So if you got dandruff, it goes onto your shoulders. And that's why they called it Head and Shoulders. Black L'Oreal Head and Shoulders once a month for those special occasions. Aaron says, does shampoo with caffeine work against baldness? Wasn't caffeine shampoo like a massive deal like 5 years ago? And now I don't see any adverts for caffeine shampoo. Didn't they advertise it with Formula 1? But wasn't it advertised... Maybe that's why I know about it, because it was in the Formula 1 adverts. Yeah, I don't even know how we got onto that, to be honest. But get onto it, we did. By the way, what did BWT do? Does anyone know what BWT do? Because I feel like I'm advertising them. I have no idea what they do. Don't wear a black shirt. Don't wear a black shirt if you got dandruff. Otherwise, you look like a ski hill. Black and my hair is shoulder length, so Head and Shoulders works. Okay. It's the old saying, Head and Shoulders above the rest. Glenn, did Ricciardo get a penalty? I don't think Ricciardo did get a penalty, which I'm very surprised by. Race control, risk of rain for F1 qualifying session. So there is a risk of rain. ClickRock could do with a little less hair in your head. Maybe donate it. Mary Hudson, yes, you're in time for qualifying. Just 2 minutes to go until qualifying, everyone. It's magnesium water. Some people in the grandstands with their binoculars. By the way, if you want to go and see F1 at somewhere like Silverstone, get some stabilized binoculars. Stabilized binoculars are incredible. You put them on, you press the button, and it stabilizes everything. I've got 2 of them. Except I dropped one and I broke the stabilizer, but that's another story. Silda Russell is sleeping. Okay, well, for anyone who's not sleeping, we're about to see qualifying at Silverstone with rain imminent. So I suspect there might be some teams that just want to keep on track. So they're on track for the most optimal track conditions. Cloudwalk says Head and Shoulders is also a bearish pattern that can appear on trend analysis on charts. Okay. I understood some of those words. BWTs are water purifiers. Chai's got some food ready for Q1. We're about to go underway at Q1 here. Fat, I think it's almost time. It's imminent. How much is the average Friday F1 ticket? About £3,000. If you want to go to Las Vegas. Okay. Come on, Formula 1. Let's get this going. There are some heavy clouds around, though. There are heavy clouds around. It definitely could get a little bit messy, this one. Ted, what brings you to Alpine today? Just felt like having a sort of an Alpine sort of day. Marie's at a field in a field at a car meet, aka Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Karen says Max should go on mediums for Q1 and then softs. Well, it's such a long track here. Let's see what tyres people come out on. Austria, obviously everyone's on the soft tyre. Welcome commenting on every video. Thank you for passing through here as you comment on every video. And we're underway, everyone. As you can see, we are now underway for qualifying. Let's go. Let's do this. It will probably rain. Yes, it will. And I think I'm only about 20 seconds delayed, which is quite nice. So, it looks like the state cars are out early. There's Logan Sargent, Valtteri Bottas. Sargent in the Williams, both on intermediate tyres, interestingly. There's Zhou Guanyu, who's had an eventual time at Silverstone in the past. This time trying to do it not in the upside down. And Verstappen goes out as well on the intermediate tyres. So everyone on Inters right now. Welcome Snowline, good morning from beautiful and sunny Canada. Great to have Snowline in the chat. The kilometre man's out. Yeah, Logan Sargent's out well after a long... Oh, we're just spoiled at the moment, isn't it? We've come from Spain to Austria, now to Silverstone for this triple header. And with some interesting conditions as well. So, everyone right now is on the intermediate tyre. And Bottas on the radio saying there's a small dry line forming already. So, dry line forming already. Chat, what do we think? Do we think Q1... is going to finish wet or finish dry? And by that I mean, do we think that in order to get into Q2, you're going to need to be on dry tyres? Let me know. See, it's a very busy track already. A lot of drivers out already. Both oh, McLaren stalled in the pits. No, just stopping. Was it Lando stopping in the pits? It's interesting because I can't see that he's out on track. Is he setting sectors? Yes, he is. So he's managed to get out. Lando was stationary in the sort of the pit the pit lane. Very excited for quali. Right, so Chai saying wet, Clickrock saying wet as well. Let's see what's going to happen as pretty much everyone's out on track apart from the two Hasses. So the two Hasses, who would have expected that? Normally the team that does overperforms in quali. Well, they've decided not to come out this early, which is interesting. Lewis Hamilton out on track. Still quite a bit of spray coming off the back of the cars, but as he goes past the start-finish line, there is the sun's out at that part of the circuit. So who's going to be first then? Well, it will be Logan Sargent, won't it? So keep an eye on Logan Sargent as he goes into Stowe Corner here, and then into the final few corners. Big braking zone here. This is where Pierre Gasly did the 360 and went into the gravel trap. You can kind of see there. And then Logan Sargent through the last corner. And what sort of lap time is he going to be doing? Logan Sargent will go provisionally fastest. And it is a 140.2. But will Bottas go faster? Valtteri Bottas does a 139.7. And now Zhou Guanyu, the next driver to set that lap time, will do a... What is it going to be? 139.3. Getting faster and faster. Track's getting faster. Alex Albon, were you on a fast lap? Nope, I don't think you were. What about Lewis Hamilton? Hamilton's going to set a fast lap here. Ocon was on the fast lap. So keep an eye on Hamilton here. This could be a really big lap. 138 were done in FP3. What's it going to be for Lewis Hamilton? 137.7, much faster. And George Russell. And now it's going to be Max Verstappen. Russell does almost the same time. And then Max Verstappen sets his lap time. And Verstappen surely will go fastest. Yes, 37.5. Fernando Alonso going to set his time as well. Will he be up there in the Aston Martin that struggled recently? No, 139.6. Very poor lap time there. What about Pierre Gasly? Pierre Gasly's going to finish his time now in the Alpine. What's it going to be for Gasly? Gasly does a very slow 1:39.8. Charles Leclerc going to set his time. The first of Ferrari's set a time in qualifying. Will Leclerc be up there? Kind of. 1:38.0. Half a second off Verstappen. What about Carlos Sainz? He looks like he's been battling with someone there. Carlos Sainz and Ricciardo. Ooh, they would have been very close together. So maybe that hasn't worked out. And you can see Carlos Sainz has set a very slow lap time there, as has Ricciardo. I wonder if there's been an issue between the both of them. Welcome Charles Leclerc in the house. Try to concentrate on the lap maybe, because you're P4 at the moment, but you can do better than that. So Verstappen at the moment. Oh, there goes Lando in the McLaren. What did Piastri? Piastri 38.2, Lando 37.6. So again, Lando the closest driver to Max Verstappen already for Lando. John B says, come on Norris. Zoe is in the Red Bull garage at Silverstone here. But there goes Lando. So right now, with most drivers having done a lap, we have Verstappen, Lando, Hamilton, Russell, Charles Leclerc, and Alex Albon up there in P6. Chai is saying Russell radio dry line visible. So there's a dry line visible on the circuit, which would indicate the circuit's getting faster. I'm looking at an onboard here of Charles Leclerc. What happened with Charles Leclerc? Did he have a big moment as he was writing in the chat? Yes, he did. He went off, I think, in Village there. So that must have been not the lap that he did. Podcast saying, come on, Charles. D6 not happy with Charles Leclerc being in the chat. I think we've had a lot of Formula 1 drivers come into the chat here. This is where it's all happening. So, if the track's getting faster, you'd expect... Oh, there is a lot of rain. Trying to see the angle here. It's looking down from Stowe. So it's sort of... Oh, yeah, it might hit Cops first. There might be rain coming in. You look at the arrow in the top right of the wind. That's where the rain would be coming from. So it would come in at the far end of the circuit, near the old pits first. Chai is saying Verstappen radio track is drying quickly. Maybe dry enough for slicks. So who's going to be brave enough to go onto slicks? And who's not going to risk it? It's going to be a little bit of game theory here, isn't it? Michael Gott saying tyre choice key here with the weather changes. Completely agreed. Welcome to Victoria Cantini, who's supporting Carlos Sainz. Welcome to everyone. Shrey Dre saying Hamilton for pole. Well, you got to make sure you get through Q1 first. As I see one of the stakes dive into the pits. And everyone here's on the inters. And they're all on fresh inters. But as the track gets dry... Oh, slick's coming out for stake. And it's carnage in the stake garage. They're unzipping tyres. They're falling over the tyre blankets. It's madness. Someone has come in and demanded to be on slicks. And it must be Valtteri Bottas. So Bottas, a flying fin, is saying, you know what, screw this. I want to be out on slicks. But what's happened here? Because he hasn't come out yet on the timings. But I saw the jack drop. Did he bin it in the pit lane or something? What's happened here with Bottas? Bottas, are you out on circuit now? I cannot see the sectors moving in the live timing. But Valtteri Bottas, there he is now. Now we can see he's out on circuit. That's Valtteri Bottas. And I believe he's going to be on slick tyres. And he set a green sector, mini sectors here for Valtteri Bottas, which means he's setting personal best. Buffalo says always chaos in the Snake Garage. They've got Sneeko changing tyres. No idea what that means. Marie says we're near King's Lynn. The commenter from King's Lynn there. And it's raining hard. We abandoned the car meet. The King's Lynn car meet in absolute chaos right now. It's been abandoned. Verstappen radio saying one more round, intermediates and slicks. Neil saying Leclerc on slocks. Victoria Cantini, Evie and Quasi, they have chaos in the pits. Yes, indeed. It's chaos in the chat as well. Dry on the racing line, Michael Gott says. Right, keep an eye. Valtteri Bottas is on the soft tyre. Where are you, Valtteri Bottas? He's not setting particularly fast sectors now, but he might be looking after it. He might be heating up the tyres. and then he's going to go for it for his flying lap. Now, there's a lot of people driving into the pits. Ferrari on slicks. Ferrari are going to put some slicks on here. They're changing tyres in the pits. They haven't even got overalls on. There's just some blood there in a t-shirt like this. Is that allowed? Are you allowed to just come out in a t-shirt and be changing tyres in a qualifying session? What makes it not okay in a race, but you can do it in qualifying? I don't know. We've got a Max Verstappen in the house. Welcome, Max Verstappen. As one of the McLarens went off there. So, there are the Ferraris, by the way. Both Ferraris on slicks. Both RB Cash Apps on slicks. Sergio Perez on slicks as well. So was all that running on the interior? Is it going to be irrelevant? Yellow flag. Someone's binned it. It might be Perez. It might be Perez at Cops. I think it's Perez at Cops. I think Perez has binned it on the edge of Cops. Red flag. Put your red flags in the chat, everyone. Congratulations, Sergio Perez. I think you've caused a red flag here. Chat, put your red flags in here. I believe Sergio Perez has Sergio Perez'd it. That's my intuition. My Sergio Perez senses are tingling here. Perez is in the gravel. He's beached it. He's put it in the beach. Oh, Sergio Perez, what have you done? How have you ended up in the gravel there? My guy. Perez says, I'm stuck. Perez, you're just an embarrassment, my friend. You are just an embarrassment. There's no other way of putting it. We've all seen people that, unfortunately, are just really not at the standard required. And Sergio Perez, why are you in the beach, sir? What are you doing? Welcome, Victoria Cantini, Buffalo Horner Face. It's fire this man. Perez had a bath this morning. Chat, I'm going to ask the question. Is Sergio Perez washed? Let us know. Is Sergio Perez washed? Think of all the drivers in the world that could be in that Red Bull right now. Think like Liam Lawson. How exciting that would be. Isaac Hadger. He was in the car earlier this weekend. Abby Pulling. Put Abby Pulling in the Red Bull. Chai says he's beached. Victoria give cars to see. Mark just checking the gravel out. Mark, I mean, now I see why you unsubscribe after. Hugh Bird's not impressed. Joey says washed like faded denim. Jules, no, he isn't washed. He's beached. Pro Zoomy in the house. Yes, he is. John B, yes, completely washed. Karen says Checo about to be racing with Leah Blott. Now, you're saying Checo's going to be put into F1 Academy? Is that what you're saying? Perez saved himself for Q1. Well, no, he hasn't, because it's all paused. And I don't think he'd make it through to Q2. It's an interesting question, this. If they were able to push him out, and let's say the track was getting wetter now, but surely it's not equitable to do what he would have done there. Like, do what he did at Monaco, which he definitely didn't do, but we all know he did do it. Static says Kireth for Red Bull. I'm there, I'll do it. Perez, all I need is to be pushed back. There's tarmac over there. Perez, just stay on the tarmac, bro. Just stay on the tarmac, brother. That's the easy answer. He doesn't want to be hooked up to the cherry picker. Is he not getting out of the car? Is Perez doing a sort of a last stand here? Welcome, Lando Norris. Good to see you, my friend, as always. Workday get free advertising, even though the advert had been wiped off the track. I just saw that Workday was making everyone feel like a rock star in that moment. Paul says Perez is the WOAT, the washed of all time. The Stu says happens to every number 2 RB driver. Mark, they should do hot air balloons. They should do it like in Metal Gear Solid. They should do the evac. I think Perez literally just drove off the track there. Small car, someone passed Perez, Checo a towel. Perez should go to Williams. So he turned in at cops. And then he turned out of it. And I think Karun Chandok, who, let's face it, was not as good a racing driver as Sergio Perez, is trying to explain how Sergio Perez could have saved it. Oh, he lost it again. He lost it again. He spanned... Sergio Perez has spanned twice here in the same corner. I'm not even mad, actually. I am impressed by that. Is there a red flag? Yes, yes, there is a red flag. There is a red flag. Sainz to Red Bull next year? Maybe. They've just extended his contract. Sizek saying Perez is washed. Binoj alias saying Perez is trash. Liverpool man, Red Bull may as well only have one driver. I'm looking at Perez here coming into the pits. Don't know why I'm looking at that. Don't know what that was relevant for. But he turned in at cops. He had little moments. He turned off, went offline. And then he span it again. 2 spins, 1 corner from Sergio Perez. And he ended up in the beach. And he tried to spin it out there. And he couldn't. Perez saying, can they pull me forward? That would count as mechanical assistance. We wouldn't be allowed to rejoin qualifying. Perez needs to get a job selling shower gel. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo almost crashed into him. How about that? Daniel Ricciardo also went offline. And almost hit... Well, I don't want to exaggerate it, but he almost followed Perez into the beach there. Roy says, now that takes skill. Small car cup, twice in 1 corner. Maybe he's proving it wasn't a mistake. Right, we're going to get going again imminently. There's a queue in qualifying. We've got the 2 stakes at the front. And everyone's going to be on soft tyres now, you presume. Paul says, Ocon to replace Perez at Red Bull. I'd love that. Ocon and Verstappen, what could go wrong? Anushka Joshi saying, what happened to Hulkenberg? Hulkenberg basically just been sat in the pits, just watching all the drama unfold. Hulkenberg's just been chilling. Is it raining or is the track drying? The track is it's not raining, so the track is drying. Obviously drying more if there are cars out there. But I did just see a satellite image with a lot of rain incoming. Heavy, heavy, heavy rain. Sizek saying it's mallet timer. Right, we're underway now. Session is resuming. I don't know why the timer hasn't started. Oh no, sorry. Session's resuming in 2 minutes. Session's resuming in 2 minutes. Cody Perez is Luna Latifi. Crooked GT saying, how does Perez have fans? Let us know in the chat if you're a Sergio Perez fan. Maybe Perez should get that Head and Shoulder sponsorship. You can be washed just like Sergio Perez. The marketing just writes itself, frankly. Took Smoke says, problem with the Red Bull is that it's no longer able to make up time spots no matter what, and McLaren gaining is making Red Bull look squirmy for the first time in a long time. Beef and Body saying Perez has been declining since his Monaco win in 22. I was there at Monaco for that win. I was there for the race. I was there for the qualifying when he pulled it and then crashed it. And I was there for his win in the rain. And Sergio Perez looked every bit a driver sort of moving into his prime. Welcome Ricky McQueen from Canada. Wow, there are some big old clouds above now. And I wonder, the most dramatic thing that could happen now is that when the session restarts in 1 minute, is if everyone goes out on their out lap and it starts raining on the in lap. That would be crazy. And look who's at the front. The Hasses are at the front. The Stakes are at the front. Nico Hulkenberg hasn't set a time yet. He's just been chilling. Hooked On says Tesco Value Soap couldn't help Checo. And Lewis saying Stroll left the pits during the red flag. Lance Stroll, what are you doing, my guy? Red means red. D6 saying 116 viewers like the stream. Come on, chat. We can do more. Hit that like button right now. Smash the like button if you want it to rain. The more people hit the like button, the more it's likely to rain. We have the power here. It's like in Dubai. We did a rain seeding. Sidex, no more rain today. Well, I don't think so. It's definitely going to rain around. If I sent you a picture of what it looks like at Silverstone, Stroll under investigation, leaving pit exit on red light. So here we go. The cars are out then on soft tyres, but the rain is going to drop imminently. And Norris being told rain will come from turn 7. I don't know which is turn 7, but I reckon rain's going to come around Cops. Someone's going to come into Cops at full chat and it's going to be wet. So that'll be fun. Still says Lance strolling. Snowline, aside from sponsorships, I'm at a loss to comprehend why Perez is still here. Beano says London, where are you from? So I answered the question before I read out the question there. And BFL saying Stroll should just leave F1. Let us know how you really think about it. Rory said I slapped the like button and it slapped me back. So if you like that sort of thing, hit that like button. Okay, so Valtteri Bottas will be the first driver to set a lap time. But are we over the crossover point with the Inters? Did we even know for sure? Had there been anyone who would set a lap time on the softs? I'm not sure. So where is Valtteri Bottas? Well, Sector 1 looks like he might go purple here. Yes, he has. So the soft tyres, what's Daniel Ricciardo doing? Soft tyres going to be? Ricciardo, the wind has picked up. It's gusting. Welcome Yugi, Sanya, Took Smoke, and the Liverpool Man as well. If you're enjoying this stream, please hit the subscribe button. We can get to 92,200, the big milestone there. Okay, let's see what's going to happen here with Valtteri Bottas. It's going to rain. I mean, I'd say Q2 is definitely going to be wet. So if you like it, if you like your qualifying wet, then stick around for Q2. There goes Valtteri Bottas. How's he done for Sector 2? Valtteri Bottas is provisionally going fastest here. Yes, welcome to the new subscribers. You should nuke the like button now. Yes, indeed. Absolutely destroy it. And the wind is 30 kilometers an hour. It's genuinely gusting. You get blown away. Did Verstappen do something weird there? Right, here comes Bottas. How's Bottas caught up with Verstappen? Did Verstappen have a spin or something? Right. Bottas goes fastest, 132.4. You can see how much quicker it is. So no one is safe. Literally no one is safe now. It doesn't matter what time you have on the board. It's all going to come crashing down because Zhou Guan Yu does a 32.999. K-Mag goes up there as well. Here comes Nico Hulkenberg. Charles Leclerc, the Ferraris are not looking good here because Charles Leclerc is only starting his lap now. So if it rains within the next 1.5 minutes, then Charles Leclerc is in big trouble. You really wanted to be at the front of the queue here. Same thing goes if anyone falls off the track. Well, Carlos Sainz would be in big trouble because Carlos Sainz is only starting his lap time now. So the Ferraris have got themselves into not very favourable territory. And what's the chance of someone binning it here? Where is Logan Sargent? Look at the congestion, by the way. Look at that mad congestion around Village going on to the Wellington Straight. It's proper traffic out there. So, who's in the drop zone? Sergio Perez obviously is out. Pit lane incident involving Alonso and Stroll noted. So somehow the Aston Martins are both going to get a penalty because of each other. Great Merc Aston there. Carlos Sainz is in the drop zone. Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly, Logan Sargent, and Daniel Ricciardo. Max out of the track, Ryan says. Did Max go wide there somewhere? Snowline saying, lousy weather at Silverstone. Rodney, thanks for the stream. I'm in Turkey on holiday. Hope you're enjoying it in Turkey, Rodney. So Carlos Sainz, he did not have a good Sector 2, did he? Carlos Sainz might be in big trouble here because I feel like he's bottled his Sector 2. Oh, we had some traffic as well. He's not going to be happy. We know Carlos Sainz does like to have a little cry on the radio. He's gone up to P9 at the moment. What about Charles Leclerc? Surely Charles Leclerc's going to go much higher than where he is at the moment, P15. No, he doesn't that much. He goes into P10. Okay, so look at Verstappen, by the way. Verstappen is at risk right now. Verstappen's at risk. Chai saying he was in the gravel. He's at risk. Because Alex Albon is, if he overtakes Verstappen here, which you assume he would do, Alex Albon goes over the line. He doesn't improve against Verstappen though. So Albon doesn't improve. What about Tsunoda? Tsunoda, is it getting wetter now? Oh, is it getting wetter? Does that mean the rain's fallen? Does that mean the rain is falling? Is anyone going quicker? Has Max Verstappen got through here by the skin of his teeth? I'm looking at one to Verstappen as he went to Cops. He turned in at Cops. Oh, it must have been raining because he went off. And he went into the gravel like Perez did. But he just kept bombing through. He almost hit the barrier. Max Verstappen is going to get through here by the skin of his teeth. And I'll explain why. Because if Verstappen was one position lower in the standings, he would have been knocked out now because it doesn't look like anyone's going to improve. But there we go. Max Verstappen actually does go quicker that time round. And also, if he'd ended up getting stuck in the gravel like Perez, he would have been out of qualifying, but he kept it going. And there was another car there that also went through. What about Alex Albon though? Looks like Albon's going to improve. Hang on, hold that thought. 40 seconds to go. It looks like Albon's going to improve here. And what about Lance Stroll? Verstappen went P4 by the way, so maybe it is getting fast now. Even though it's very wet at Cops. It's wet at Cops, but it's dry everywhere else possibly. So yes, Albon goes P2. Goodness me. So anyone who's about to start a lap now, where's Norris? Norris in P5. Is he going to get around and start a new lap if he needs to? I think Lando Norris just about will do. No, he boxes. So Norris thinks he's safe. What about Ocon and Alonso? Are they going to start a new lap? They're both going to get over just in time. Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, is not. Where's Lewis Hamilton? But he's going to set a fast lap here. Chaos, people saying, what's Gasly doing? Gasly just decided to box. Decided to just gamble on the boxing strategy. I don't think that's going to work out for you, pal. But who else in trouble? Yuki Tsunoda. Keep an eye on the Ferraris as well. Leclerc in P13. Is he going to get knocked out? Who's coming over the line now? Daniel Ricciardo's doing PBs. Will Daniel Ricciardo get through? Daniel Ricciardo from P18 goes up to... Where's he going to go? Daniel Ricciardo, he gets through all the way into P6. Charles Leclerc in P14 now. And Tsunoda's on a fast one. And Guan Yu Zhou. And if they both get through, Charles Leclerc needs to set a quick lap here. Will Leclerc set a quick lap in the Ferrari? Is he going to go up there? Yes, he does. Okay. And here comes Guan Yu Zhou over line. Zhou Guan Yu. Will he go through? Yes. Max are now in the drop zone. What about Tsunoda? Tsunoda v Bottas is what's happening here. Tsunoda can knock out Valtteri Bottas. Let's see what happens. Yuki Tsunoda, are you going to knock out Valtteri Bottas? Let's see. Yes, you do. So there we go. That's our bottom five. Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, Esteban Ocon, Sergio Perez, and Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly somehow managing to go slower than Sergio Perez, which is, to be honest, impressive. So both Alpines are out. Good job, Alpine. And Nico Hulkenberg. My phone has just gone through. Goodness me. It's all kicking off here. So, wow. But basically, the story of that is Max Verstappen is a very, very, very lucky man there. A very lucky man. Goodness me. Went all the way into the gravel, the same as Sergio Perez did, but just managed to keep it going. What is a kilometre? I don't know, but both Williams are through in their home Grand Prix. Buffalo saying, I think Kevin went off. I think Ericsson hit us. Ooh. Right, so what happened there? It must have rained very locally at Cops, as I predicted. Why am I getting all my predictions right? So it must have rained at Cops, and Verstappen came in, it was raining, and he just went straight on. He went straight into the gravel. Ocon, unbelievable. The only lap I had to push where it was wet. Well, Ocon, mate, you can't keep blaming everyone else, my friend. Just go out there and be circulating. Paul says, yes, Sergeant. breakout qualifying for... There's a generational qualifying there for Sargent through to Q2. And I say don't stop there. The limit is... Well, we should be aiming for Q3. Mina worrying, saying Logan showing those Brits how it's done. He's come to the UK and he's not taking any prisoners. Well, that was very dramatic, I have to say. Good job, I'm just watching adverts now. That's exactly what I want to see. Just get me live! Hamilton on P1, Q1, but Q3, P10. I've no idea what that means, my friend. It's too confusing. Ooh, right. Well, we're going to go in Q2 then. Look at Lando was down in P10. Do you remember when I said Lando box? I was like, well, I'm not sure about that. So Lando was very close. If Ocon hadn't boxed, I don't know what I don't know what Gasly was doing. BFL says, if Lewis Hamilton takes pole tomorrow, I'm going to church in the Mercedes. There we go. Luis Rodriguez, where do we stand for G1? What is G1? It's chat. You're just trying to confuse me on purpose. There we go. Isabel has got the thing in there. Let me get that into the ticker tape. It hasn't been updated for a few years. Oh, that's not worked. Let's get the ticker tape working. Boom. There we go. Ruud van Loon, a lot of people are asking what is a kilometre, and Ruud van Loon very helpfully helping us out there. 1 mile equals 1.61 kilometres, so there we go. EV saying Perez out in Q1. Yes, nothing gets past you, EV. Sergio Perez is indeed out. And the question is, what is going to happen now with the weather and the tyres and everything? Victoria Cantini, how does this Gasly 50 place penalty work? Well, Pierre Gasly is starting from the back. So I saw some people saying it in chat. Yes, no point putting wear on the components if you're Alpine. Q2 will start in 2 minutes. Q2 will start in 2 minutes, everyone. Are we ready for another dramatic session like that? Are we even ready? Great American Buffalo saying, can we express that distance in bananas? Well, feel free to let us know. Paul, can we talk about how Zhou Guanyu and Perez swapped? What do you mean by that? Yeah, Hulkenberg's not out. Only Kevin Magnussen is out for the Hasses. And it looks like Lance Stroll just decided to go out, even though there was a red flag, Lance. Why have you done that? It's not an opportunity to make up time. So is Lance Stroll... Should Lance Stroll have been black flagged there? If it excludes the pun, a black and white decision, should they have not black flagged him, and that would have allowed Valtteri Bottas to partake in Q2? I don't know. Chai says the quali is more fun than last week's race. Mark Johnson says ticker tape. Did we get the ticker tape wrong? Is the ticker tape wrong? Is the ticker tape fake news? I don't know. Out in Q1. Oh goodness! The ticker tape. We've made a big error on the ticker tape. George, serious safety confirmed. Race ban. George going in hard there. Looks like people having fun in the grandstands. Awesome to see. So Lance Stroll, what happened here? They changed the tyres. They gave him a green light. Oh, I tell you what. So Aston Martin are right at the end of the pit lane. When he gets dropped, it's a green light. But then as he's approaching the light, it goes red. It's kind of like he should stop. It's a bit like when you're going into the traffic lights on the road and it goes orange and you're like, oh. Chat, what do you do when they go orange in real life, traffic lights? Be honest. Chat, be honest. Let me know what you do. Welcome Derek, Greg, Ashley, Curtis and Evie as well. Welcome along as Q2 is underway. The second part of qualifying is underway. Karen says run through. Professor speed up. Ted says rev it. Thing is, my view is, if you see the light go orange, if I stop for that light, I can have a drag race with someone next to me. And I know I'm going to smoke them in my French sports car. So it's two different ways you can look at it. George says orange means go, but quicker. Prozumi says slow down and stop. Slow down, check your surroundings, and come to a controlled stop. I would recommend. Fit a bit orange appeal to the metal. Yeah, I say better to stop and have a bit of safe fun when the light goes green, rather than if you're going orange and someone else is going orange, it could end in a bad way. So, yeah, just my thoughts on that. Isabel, when they go orange, you need to stop unless you're too fast already. Jules, orange means of emergency braking at all costs. And Hooked on saying 9,090 bananas in a mile. W2F is a mile. We just work in bananas here. Okay, so everyone's out on the soft tyre for Q2. And some people looking very glum in the grandstands, just having been rained on all day. And paid £10,000 for the privilege. But look at us all here. We're all nice and cool and warm and fed and watered. And just enjoying the drama. AC says, Adon, are you there? Do we have an Adon in chat? Any Adons in chat? Right, who's going to set the first lap time here? Is it going to be Alex Albon? Yes, I suspect it will be Alex Albon. Zhou Guan Yu on a 6-minute 50 lap time. Silda drives like Checo. Graham, the law is that if you can, then you must stop. George, if you're the son of a billionaire, you can do whatever you want. Well, normal rules don't apply. The laws of physics will still apply if you go through an orange light and there's an 18-wheeler coming the other way. You know, it doesn't matter if your dad's a billionaire in that circumstance, I would say. In auto control, drive an old car, everybody will stop. What you don't want is you don't want someone behind you who thinks you're going to try and go through an orange and they're flooring it. Okay, so Alex Albon now, 127.9, so the lap times are really dropping here. So much quicker than Zhou Guan Yu and Logan Sargent, who've also gone through. So we'll see the first lap time start to come. Remember, if it is going to rain... Oh my goodness, was that Alex Albon had a real sort of wriggle on the last corner, but managed to keep it planted and do that lap time. Fernando Alonso going faster, Nico Hulkenberg slotting into P2. What about Yuki Tsunoda? And then the McLarens are going to come. We're going to see Oscar Piastri maybe set a very quick lap time here. But here comes Yuki Tsunoda. What's Tsunoda going to do? Tsunoda does a 128.8. So still quite a lot of variability. I feel like driver skill is really coming into this because it seems like a very difficult track to drive in qualifying here. Yugi, what car you drive? Renault Megane? Don't drive Renault, I drive a Peugeot. Albon 127, yeah, Albon not messing around, but there goes Oscar Piastri with a 27.6, and Verstappen surely will set a lap time here. Verstappen, oh, only P4 for Verstappen, only just faster than Alex Albon. What about Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari? Sainz goes fastest, and now Lewis Hamilton seems to be quite a steady lap, nothing spectacular. Yes, Hamilton only P8, so Carlos Sainz maybe the surprise package there. Going up into P1. Chai Perez parted his face towards the track. Yeah. Rogue strategy, that one. Rumour has it Logan. Well, do you think Ferrari would give over Sainz and get someone in their car? Who's for? No, they can't because Hamilton's come. Well, they could Interesting concept, that, isn't it? They could put Behrman in. Ringo Ferrer in the house. Karen saying, Max, get your head in the game. Seema saying, Lando seems slow. I tell you what, so slow, our like rate. Come on, chat. 184 likes. I think we should push for 400. So please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well if you want to see more of these streams. But it is Lando now. Well, Lando, we're looking slow, people said, but 127.4 is fastest here. So who's in the drop zone? We got Charles Leclerc, Guan Yu Zhou, Daniel Ricciardo, Logan Sargent, and George Russell. Consistent sectors was noted from Lando, so maybe nothing spectacular in any of them, but just sort of consistent sectors. Cobweb, can someone tell me why Perez is out? Perez went for a trip to the beach. 8.5 minutes to go, and it seems like a lot of drivers are just sort of circulating, not necessarily doing their laps and coming in. It's getting hot here. Let's get the old fan on. There we go. Just like in F1. Professor Williams get Cola Pinto in the house. Mr. Pint of Cola. And a lot of sun now on the track, I have to say. So maybe it's going to dry. Remember, I think the track record here is, what is it, 123 from Hamilton? From 2022, maybe? 2020? I can't remember. Probably 2020, you would think. Behrman got owned by Antonelli in the sprint, 8.6 seconds ahead of Maloney. Well, we'll see what happens to Maloney. I'm probably going to speak with him again in a couple of weeks. Follow up on the interview I did with him that's been live on this channel. Speaking about the mentality required to get into Formula 1. And I think he would do differently. His advice for young drivers. So 7.5 minutes to go. And it is Fernando Alonso now, who is looking pretty racy here. 127.2 is the lap times are going to be dropping. Charles Leclerc, we're going to see. What is Charles Leclerc going to do? Carlos Sainz was up there. Charles Leclerc goes... Charles Leclerc is just not looking as on it. But it is starting to condense now at the top. There's only 0.3 between Fernando Alonso in first and, you guessed it, Lance Stroll in P6. But is Lance Stroll going to get a big penalty here for leaving the pit under red flag? I don't think it was... Well, the thing is, we've seen it before. We've analysed frames where drivers are going through yellow flag and it just turns yellow and we're like, did they see it or not? This was not anywhere near as marginal as that. This was like, there was a lot of time to see it. So, rules may be rules there. As Carlos Sainz goes fastest again. We've got two Spaniards at the top here. Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso. And then Verstappen in third, as there's a lot of drivers coming into the pits now and we'll be evaluating. Seeing what happens. Is it a raining or wet track? It's a drying track. It's overcast in some areas. It's sunny in others. I don't know if anyone's seen a glance of the radar. If there's any more rain expected to pass over. Remember, the last bit of rain, it didn't hit all of the circuit. It just really hit Copse. It hit Copse badly. What's going on with Piastri's time? Taku said it's like a Club 100 driver there. I hope it's going well in your Club 100 season. What's going on with Piastri's time? He's just chilling at the moment. He's going to be behind Carlos Sainz, who's going to be boxing. And in fact, Piastri is the only driver right now on a quick lap, but arguably the track is going to be at its driest for these middle runs in Q2. SizeX saying no more rain predicted. So it could be a sprint now as Nico Hülkenberg comes out. So Carlos Sainz will make way for Piastri there around Stowe. Let's see what Piastri's going to do. Fastest Sector 2 out of anybody. It's a very handy Sector 1 as well. Very, very handy Sector 1. As Lando starts the lap. So Piastri, will you go fastest? Yes, you do. 26.9 for Piastri, the man who was very unlucky here last year. Very, very, very unlucky here. The McLarens are looking strong. Snowline saying Stroll's our national embarrassment. Well, your national embarrassment's in P8 right now. And SizeX saying it's hammer time, even though Lewis Hamilton is not on circuit, so maybe it's hammer time in the pits, repairing the car. Lando Norris, Sector 1, he backed out of it. So Norris took a look at that Sector 1, didn't fancy it. and backed out. Addy Boy got drip, says, come on, V-Carb. Let's see. And Professor noting, yeah, Piastri on top. Very observant there. Oscar Piastri is indeed the fastest right now. If the rain were to fall, who would be in trouble? George Russell would be in trouble. And I just feel like Charles Leclerc is paying back the karma here for the race win in Monaco. Crazy 8 off Arte from Hot Cyprus. Hope it's well in Cyprus. Mandos Tobigan MD saying Norris for pole. And Karen saying Lando is going to get driver of the day tomorrow. Let's see. No Stooge noting Hamilton is on an outlap. Yes, he is. Hamilton is indeed on an outlap. No, he isn't. He's just starting now. Yes, yes, he is. I don't know what's going on. Here's Lewis Hamilton. He's about to start his line lap right now. Tejas saying, does Max have damage? Well, he did go across the gravel trap. He might have some gravel in the car there. Now, is Lando Norris going to go again this time? Presumably, yes. Great American Buffalo saying, Hulk smash! Just shouting it randomly. Crazy Ed say hi to my grandson, Kyriakos. Hello, Kyriakos. Maybe F1 driver of the future. What do we think? It's about time we had a Greek Formula 1 driver. I'm shocked we don't have one, to be honest. Karen saying Hulk cooking. Hulk has cooked! It was the Hulk smash. There was a very good reason for calling it. Isabel says, watch Hulk do something crazy. Nico Hulkenberg, the Hulk smash, the Hulkmeister General, has just gone fastest. Look at that, Nico Hulkenberg of the 126.8. Where has that come from? Crazy is football mad. Football crazy, soccer mad. Have a power pod. I don't know how the rest goes. Lewis Hamilton is about to... Well, he's coming to the latter stages of that lap. George Russell will be finishing a lap here. Important one for Russell. He'll want to get high up there and get some daylight. Well, there we go. Better than going high. George Russell goes fastest. Guan Yu Zhou hasn't really improved. Alex Albon about to start a lap, and Lewis Hamilton just finishes his lap here. Hamilton goes second. The Mercedes are looking good. The Mercedes are looking good here. Looks like Charles and Ferrari are going to bottle it again. Yeah, Ferrari not necessarily looking so good at the moment, I have to say. Logan Sargent P4, not in my books, he's P7. And Leclerc in the danger zone, yes indeed. Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, I dare say, was not looking particularly comfortable here. In what is a high downforce circuit, maybe he's just not enjoying turning the car in as much as Carlos Sainz is. Tai Kai Hi Gerald saying they're off, yes indeed. Is Logan Sargent going to make it through to Q3? What is a banana? Let's see. Another try from Verstappen with new softs. Try noting Verstappen coming out with new softs here. 1 minute 16 to go. So no one's going to be able to get another lap in here. We're talking about last laps. It's last laps now. Charles Leclerc, are you starting a new lap? Probably yes. Because you're in the drop zone as it stands. Remember, to get through into the final part of qualifying, you need to be in the top 10 here. So if you're new to Formula 1 wondering what's going on, every driver you see on track is trying to get into the top 10. If you're not in the top 10, when Q2 ends, you're going to be out of qualifying. And at the moment, as Lando goes up to P1, at the moment, Verstappen is in P10. Verstappen is in big danger here. Leclerc could knock him out. So Verstappen's going to have the time. He's going to start a new lap here. And he can't afford to make any mistakes like we've seen before in this qualifying. Mistakes starting to creep in for Verstappen. Look at Charles Leclerc. Leclerc with a PB Sector 1. He'll be trying to knock out Verstappen there. And what about Lance Stroll? Lance Stroll's going to start his lap time. Lando's probably going to come in. Hamilton's probably going to come in. Guan Yu Zhou is going to start a lap time. That's what I imagine. In fact, for some reason, Hamilton and Norris don't come in. I don't know what they're playing at there. Daniel Ricciardo will be starting a new lap time. So with 3 seconds to go, Nico Hulkenberg is not going to get around, I believe. So let's see what happens here. We got Verstappen, Stroll, Leclerc, Zhou Guan Yu, Tsunoda and Ricciardo. Keep an eye on these sectors coming through. Charles Leclerc looks like he's not having the best last sector. He might have made a mistake here. Is Charles Leclerc even going to get into the top 10? Let's see. Charles Leclerc, yes, he does. P7, so Verstappen's in the drop zone right now. And he's catching Alex Albon into Magnussen Beckett. You don't want that, ideally. Albon will have got out of the way, so Verstappen needs to improve here. Fernando Alonso also improves. Tsunoda improves. So Verstappen's in P12 right now. Verstappen's in P12. And look at that Sector 1. It's not that much better than Lance Stroll. It's not. And Lance Stroll's teammate, Fernando Alonso, has gone P2. There could be some huge drama here if Lance Stroll knocks out. Lance Stroll at the moment is faster than Verstappen. But we think Lance Stroll might get a penalty from qualifying for going out under red flag. So that's how it's going to be here. Verstappen, what have you done over the line? The timing freezes. Verstappen surely, well, it depends what lap time Verstappen's going to do. You can see here, he's done a lot faster than Logan Sargent. In what's happened here, Verstappen goes P6, Verstappen's going to be safe. Lance Stroll goes pin. It's Charles Leclerc. It's Charles Leclerc who's going to get knocked out here. Charles Leclerc is out of qualifying. He's not going to make it through. So the 5 that didn't make it through in the end are Charles Leclerc, Logan Sargent, Yuki Tsunoda. I've got to stop knocking this damn thing over. Zhou Guanyu and Daniel Ricciardo. What if I do it this way? Goodness me. Well, we had a bit of a freeze there, so I couldn't see what was going to happen. But, yeah, in the end, Charles Leclerc is the driver that has lost out here. So close for Sargent. Sargent P12. Yes, indeed. And it was only half a second between being first in Q2 and being knocked out. Welcome to Mantis. Welcome, Chris, Brandy, and Vihan. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, hit that subscribe button right now. It's completely free. Hit the like button as well, because we're going to see now Q3. This is going to set the grid for tomorrow. And I think the big story right now, this second, is that Max Verstappen is not looking nailed on to get pole position here. It looks like it might be a battle, I have to be honest, between the Mercedes and the McLarens. I think it might be between the Mercedes and the McLarens. So if you're a Papaya Army fan or if you're a Silver Arrow fan, this could be a very exciting qualifying for you. Has Max Verstappen got what it takes? Lewis saying surely Red Bull needs to repair Max's car. They reported floor damage. So remember, Max Verstappen went careening into the gravel at Copse when the rain came down in Q1. Is he now paying the price with some aero damage? But Max Verstappen looks to be wounded here. Rory's going to go and cry into your cold drink. Bert can't even find the like button. Chat, can we help Bert out? Can we let Bert know where is the like button? This might be the critical like that gets us to 400 likes. Get a new ticker tape in. Paul says Haas HQ in my hometown. Hopefully one day we'll go over and speak to Haas. Nosu's 2 through 6 on the same time in the thousands. Great spot there. Russell, Alonso, Piastri, Hamilton, Verstappen on almost identical times. Welcome, Ali Burgess, member for 40 months. Look at that. I'm being attacked by the cube. Chat, can we get some claps out for Ali Burgess? He's been a member of this channel for 40 months. Has seen us do all sorts of content and is still here. You love to see it. Chat, how many people want to be a member for 40 months? Ali's been there, done it, still collecting the months. Absolutely incredible stuff. Static says Stroll to pull a miracle and make top 4. Well, if you're Charles Leclerc and Ferrari, you're thinking, hang on, should Lance Stroll even be in qualifying or not? And yes, Nico Hulkenberg into Q3 again. The Hulk does again. Look at the claps coming out. We love to see it. 40 months. You don't get that. You can't just click your fingers and get it. You have to have been here for 40 months. Goodness me, that's a long time. That's what you call a streak. Magaman fan saying Alonso about to get pole. That's very ambitious, my friend. I'm not sure about that. Karen saying, is Leclerc washed? I'm looking at a replay here. What happened in the replay? Why am I looking at a replay? Lando Norris almost crashed. Yeah, Hamilton swerved pretty aggressively towards me. I had to hit him, mate. They're all on slow laps, so I'm not sure about that. I think Lando just having a little cry there. A little cry about Lewis Hamilton. No, Ankle saying we need Hulkenberg in a better car, but he's going to be in Das Audi. So we'll see. Welcome Stephen Osterhart, HD, Curtis Billing, Wex Gaming, game with Malcolm as well in the house. So Q3 is going to start in 3 minutes, everyone. 3 minutes till Q3. Are we ready? Are we genuinely ready, or are we not ready? Maybe we're not ready for it. Maybe we're not ready. What about Fernando Alfonso? Is he going to go for a quick lap here? Yes, welcome to the new subscribers and Voltaire. Great to have a philosopher in the chat. What do you make of this from a philosophical perspective? Q3. Vlacker's ready. Motorsport fan, is Alonso on pole? No, he's not. You have to do Q3. Yes, still salty that Andretti didn't get accepted. Isabel says it's Dirt Audi and Das Auto. Okay. Lewis is not ready. Please delay it. Should we call in Silverstone? Should we get it to be delayed? Professor saying Fernando Alfonso for P1. It could happen. Apple, it's embarrassing that Sainz is a mere 4 thousandths faster than the Haas. Oh, they're trying to fix Verstappen's car here. Is that allowed? They're under the floor. They're trying to fix the floor. Ooh. ACPW, good to see my friend. Who's your pick for pole? I'm going to go Lando here. I'm going to go Big Lands. Yeah, a lot of bouncing for Verstappen going into the gravel. His spine will be feeling it. And I've got some pictures. Is it the front? Oh, the front sort of splitter under where the floor starts has broken. So Verstappen has got some front aero damage. He messed up his fall at the beach. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Shufo, Robert Burgess, and Siobhan Mulhow. Welcome to the party. Max Piastri saying Haas might be the fastest in the midfielders right now. Well, Kevin Magnussen might be a little bit washed, but Behrman getting into that car next year might be a big year for the Behrman. Dark Cloud saying Piastri for pole. Isabel Max is not in Part Ferme yet, so it's okay. Okay. Does Part Ferme start after qualifying? Because if so, do you reckon Red Bull might be like, we'd rather fix the car, we'd rather have 12 minutes to fix the car than go out and get a P6. We'd rather take a P10 and have the car fixed. What do you think, chat? Am I overthinking it? I don't know why Hugh Bird is looking so interested, because your driver's out, mate. Sergio Perez didn't fancy getting into Q2. Richard Cash saying penalty for Red Bull. Not that I've seen. Family, everything. Who you got winning? Well, I reckon Lando Norris will be feeling pretty optimistic here. And yeah, Alex Albon and the Williams in Q3 as well. So we've got a Williams, we've got a Haas, and we've got an Aston Martin in Q3 here. And it's underway. The final part of qualifying is underway. Strap in, everyone. It should be very exciting. Let's see. Kanan, you think it could be a serious battle for championship? I reckon next year, but you just don't know if Max falls up here. We said it in the FP3 stream. If you were here for FP3, we said, you know what? It won't take that many races. If Max has a streak of bad luck and someone goes hot, before you know it, it's going to be relatively close. We've been doing all of the Formula E watch-alongs this season, going to the races and whatnot. I'm going to be at Formula E next in the final round in London. And that championship battle, the goodness me, in the last round, Nick Casti basically could have won it, and he crashed out of the lead on the last lap. These things can happen. And then in the second race, Pascal Wehrlein, his second championship, lost his front wing, and he came fourth with no front wing. He just cracked on. Right, here we go, everyone. Here we go. Yeah, Part Ferme begins at the conclusion of Q3. So a strategic decision there for Red Bull. But we are underway, everyone. We are underway. In fact, chat, you let me know in the comments, who do you think is going to win this? The Alex Albon's gone out on a set of scrubbed softs there for them. Lucy saying Max. Lucy saying Max, potentially. Right, who's going to be out first then? Alex Albon is probably going to be the driver who will set his lap time first, I imagine. John B is predicting a Norris Stroll front line. Well, shock horror if Lance Stroll gets through. But sorry, they're both Astons are in here. Both Astons. People saying Max out. Well, Max is out on circuit. Yes, indeed. He's not out of qualifying. Just to be clear. D6 says 120 pistons that are going to roar around Silverstone, encased in engines. Yes, here we go. So, Alex Albon starts the first of his flying laps with a track that is presumably getting quicker all the time. Lucy says McLaren front row. Richard Castro says Piastri in pole. Mohammed Adnan says Hamilton win the race. Lauder saying Alonso pole. Keep your predictions coming in the chat. Who do you think is going to get pole position here? What about Nico Hülkenberg? Sensational. We saw he came P2 in Montreal last year before he took his grid penalty. Small car cap saying Russell Alonso front row question mark. You've got to be a bit more decisive than that. Yes, Stroll pole, inshallah. Well, let's see. Pauline Whitehouse says Hulkenberg. Karen Max pole, Cliff Max. James Max will pull it out of the bag as always, dashes as Brits hopes. Abdulran Al Hamadi says Sainz pole. Well, where's Alex Albon? Alex Albon is going into the Stowe Straight now. Why no lap times posted? Because no one's finished a lap. Hope that clears it up. Kara says duct tape aero doing its thing. Flacker says Norris. So we just with the love heart there. Right, let's see Alex Albon. Let's see what lap time is going to be posted here by Albon. Is the track getting faster? Alex Albon with the first lap time of Q3 is going to do a... What is it going to be for Alex Albon? 127 dead. 127 dead. Yeah, what about a Mercedes? I'm surprised I'm not seeing more people say Mercedes here. And Verstappen with a 126.3. So Verstappen sets the gauntlet with a 126.3. But already Piastri goes faster. I don't think Verstappen's going to get pole today. And what about Lando Norris? The British driver in the British car. Is he going to take provisional pole here? Is it going to be provisional? Yes, it is provisional pole. 2 tenths faster than Piastri. So Lando Norris goes provisionally fastest. What about Carlos Sainz? Carlos Sainz slots into P4. Fernando Alonso P5. But look at Hamilton. Hamilton with the fastest Sector 1. What about Sector 2 for Hamilton? 34.5 to beat in Sector 2. He's 3 tenths off. He's 3 tenths off Lando Norris in Sector 2. And George Russell on a very tasty lap here as well. It could be close between the Mercedes and the McLaren. Let's find out. Lewis Hamilton going to go around the last corner. Set his lap time. Is he going to go P3? Will it be P3 for Hamilton? P2 for Hamilton. Oh my goodness, it's close between Hamilton and Lando. What about George Russell sweats his way to what's it going to be for Russell? Russell goes fastest by 6 thousandths of a second. 6 thousandths of a second for George Russell coming in after the race win. No one's really talking about George Russell. Lando Norris is getting all of the limelight, but Russell says, no, sir. It's my day. It's my time. George Russell in the Mercedes goes provisionally fastest. And there we go. We have our first laps. Let me run through for you. George Russell P1. Lando Norris P2. Lewis Hamilton P3. Oscar Piastri P4. I said it was going to be a battle between the Mercedes and the McLarens. Max Verstappen P5, Nico Hülkenberg P6, Carlos Sainz P7, Lance Stroll P8, and Fernando Alonso P9. And bringing up the rear is Alex Albon in P10. So there we go. Ben Russell being pretty fast recently. Well, he's P1 provisionally. No Stu saying Ham can go quicker. Let's look at those sector times. I think it's going to come down to if anyone does a lap of the gods here. Size X saying look back, and I said King George. John B, Russell's time came and went. Chris G, pretty wild mix in Q3. It's up for the taking here. Do we think Verstappen has 3 tenths? Are they going to get a bit more duct tape on the splitter there? Maybe they've been cutting it up as he's been out on circuit. I'm having a look at Max's lap. Did he make a mistake? Maggots, Beckett. Yes, he did. He ran wide. He ran wide on the exit onto Stowe. I'm not sure it was that big an error, but he did run wide over the curbs. Not a track limit here. Victoria Cantini saying Brits top 3. It's a great Britain top 3. If you're a British F1 fan, put your Union Jacks in the chat. Put your Union Jacks in there if you think the British drivers are just the fastest drivers in Formula 1. Look, Piastri saying 3 Brits can get the podium. There's something in the water here in the UK. We're all racing drivers. From birth. You're just born to be a racing driver here, maybe. 3 British drivers in the top 3. Then Piastri, Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Sainz, Stroll and Alonso. Piers Beckerton Jones says, get that car fixed. Well, 3 minutes 50 to go. We're going to see the cars start to come out and everyone's going to have another run. And it may be the case that the track is getting faster. By the way, before it starts, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button right now. 330 likes. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. They're both completely free. They really help me out personally. So please, please, please make sure you do that. We can make both of those grow massively. And I'm not sure why we got a flag of green, a green flash there. Because as soon as the cars come out, everyone's going to come out. Everyone's going to come out. And if you do want to join the Discord as well, there's a link there to Discord. Over 4,000 community members in the Discord. It's a really fun place to be where you can just chat F1 with like-minded F1 fans. Yuki called it Norris, Russell, Hamilton. Kurt says 3 Brits is going to be interesting. Neil Crave says, Crave from Bulgaria, good to see you. Lewis, do we think Hamilton is regretting signing? I don't know. Rosalind West, Neil Smith got the Union Jacks out. Click Ross said, I'm a believer. Max on pole. Shaq, can I ask how many will qualify? Shaz, this is the battle for the top 10. Wherever you qualify here, you're going to finish unless you get a penalty. Verstappen comes out early. I think Verstappen... No, he's been robbed in the pits by a few drivers. Everyone's coming out now. They're all coming out now, everyone. So you're going to see them appear at the end of Sector 1. So here we go. Strap in. Do not go anywhere because we're about to see who is going to be on pole position for the race tomorrow. Who's looking good? Alex Albon's going to lead us out. McPash, this could be a first in history. The first time 3 drivers in the same country get on the podium at home. So remember, Alex Albon's here as well. Except he does run under the Thai flag. I don't want to get myself embroiled in a sort of international incident here, but I'm not sure he would, under regulations, count as a British driver here. Welcome, Shat, Phil Jaws, Digadiwu, and Hilco Peter Mysterio. Good to have you on board. Tejas saying Max pole. Okay, everyone. Here we go. It's going to be Albon, Stroll, Hülkenberg, Max Verstappen giving himself a big gap here, big run up. And we're going to see what happens. John B, I like the caps and I do not lie. Okay, Alex Albon's going to kick us off. I think because the track's getting drier, it's just getting drier and drier, this is up for grabs. Look at the drivers coming out now. Are they going to make it? Is Oscar Piastri going to make it round with a minute from their track? Keep an eye on Piastri. To me, that seems quite late in the day. Is he going to make it? Presumably he's going to make it. It'd be madness if he doesn't. Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alfonso changing positions. Right, here we go then. Alex Albon setting personal best sectors. So it looks like the track could be getting faster. Goodness me, chat. We're going to witness something, I think, special here as the lap times come in. Is anyone going to push it too far on the edge and bin it? It's just in the driver's hands now. Remember, thousands of employees these teams have. But right now, it's just down to the drivers. It's a beautiful moment as Lance Stroll goes purple in Sector 1. Lance Stroll is at the fastest Sector 1 out of anyone. This is going to be carnage, everyone. This is going to be carnage. Oh, it's going to be carnage. Nico Hülkenberg also sets the fastest Sector 1. Ooh. Did Verstappen? Verstappen's looking slow. Verstappen's looking slow, everyone. Look, he's 3/10 slower. Nico Hülkenberg's on fire. Everyone else is terrified here. So, Alex Albon, here we go. Lap time's going to come in. Alex Albon's going to improve. Where's Alex Albon going to go here as the track gets drier? Where's Albon going to end up? Albon goes P8, 26.6. What about Lance Stroll? Lance Stroll, what have you got in the locker? Lance Stroll goes P8, 26.5. Now Nico Hülkenberg. Keep an eye on the Hulk here. Very fast sector 1. Not looking good in sector 3. Hülkenberg goes P5, faster than Verstappen. Here's Verstappen. He's not going to go fast. Is it going to be pretty much a disaster for Verstappen here, I think? He goes P4. That's as fast as he can go. So it's all about the front runners now. What about Lewis Hamilton? Where's Hamilton going to go? Will he even improve? I'm not sure. He's not going to. It's his pole. He has improved. 25.9 for Hamilton. He's provisionally on pole, but Russell might knock him up almost immediately as Piastri caught Carlos Sainz. I don't know. George Russell goes fast. It's 25.8. What about Piastri? It's a disaster for Piastri. I think Piastri hit traffic. And Lando. What happened to Lando? Where's Lando? That's it. George Russell's on pole. As I predicted at the beginning of the day, George Russell is the driver on fire right now. Lando Norris getting all of the limelight, but where did he go? Lando Norris has literally just evaporated. Chat, where is Lando Norris? He's nowhere to be seen. It's George Russell who takes pole position, and it's a Mercedes lockout on the front, and Piastri must have hit traffic there. Like I said, Piastri was at the back. I think McLaren have really ballsed up Q3. I think McLaren have made an absolute hash of this one. And it is George Russell, who's used to driving in sort of sweaty conditions, who's come good in the greasy ones here. 25.8 for Russell and Lewis Hamilton P2. And it was a lap from Lando in the first set of runs that was good enough for him to keep P3 there. Goodness me. And then Piastri had an absolute disaster. Nico Hülkenberg in P6, Carlos Sainz P7, Lance Stroll out qualifies Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon in P9. Chat, where is Lando? What did Lando do? And it's the top 3 are British drivers. So the Brits are on top. 1, 2 and 3 at the home Grand Prix at Silverstone. So I'm looking at a replay here of Verstappen. Did he make a mistake? Again, Maggotts and Beckett's, was it on the exit? I'm looking at a replay. I don't think it was that bad. I think he just ran a little bit wide on the exit, but I don't think it will have cost him that much. No, I think it's maybe just indicative of having a little bit less downforce. To me, that's not a huge mistake. I know it's on the exit of the last straight. I think it looked more dramatic because some water came up. But there we go. Ted says, Matt, skill issue moment. Joe Mercedes on the main channel says Verstappen had floor damage. Evie, let's see if Russell can do something. Welcome, Adrian Mountford. Norris abandoned his lap once he saw Max wasn't on pole. Chat, what happened with Lando Norris there? And George Russell is the driver on form in Formula 1 right now. And what are you thinking if you're Lewis Hamilton? Hamilton, have you made a big mistake going to Ferrari? Can you cancel the contract? Lewis Hamilton goes over and congratulates George Russell there. Great to see. And George Russell is going to do his celebration now, surely. Did Stroll qualify? Yes, he did qualify. Verstappen activated. Sainz, well done, Silver Arrows. In fact, George Russell didn't do his celebration there. He's just so happy. Great to see. But I think George Russell is the driver who's on fire right now. Lando had to bail. Ted saying Verstappen washed. Arnaf, one of the most intense qualities. One of the most intense qualities of the last few years. If you've been watching on this channel the last few years, what a tasty qualifying that was. Avishko says, why is the chat so toxic? Surely not. We've got the best chat here. I refuse to believe that our chat is toxic. Isabel says, McLaren really messed up. I think they let Piastri out too late. You look at the gap that Verstappen had. I think Piastri hit traffic. He didn't have the luxury of dropping back too much because he needed to get over the line. And it looks like that he ran into Carlos Sainz. More sweat, less drag. Lucy, has anyone got any info on why Lando abandoned the lap? He must have made a mistake. George Russell looks so happy right now. King George. He's just appointed the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. And now he comes out and he puts it on pole in the British Grand Prix. We've never had a king like this. You love to see it. Yeah, people say mistake by Max. Was it 2 laps in a row? Was it Church? Is it Church, the last corner of the chicane there? By the way, does anyone know when the race is tomorrow? Does anyone remember what time it is tomorrow? Is it 2 or 3 o'clock? Is it same time? Is it not same time? I can't remember. Not very good. Surely it's 2 o'clock tomorrow, isn't it? Surely it's 2. Black is not over the moon, but quite happy. Jackie Stewart here, Sir Jackie Stewart. That's a man who knows how to win. Yeah, but if you're Lando, Lando's got, that's quite a cool cap to be fair. I'm not, some quite decent merch there from Lando. Quite like that one. Does look very similar to the head logo though on the McLaren hat. The tennis one. It's getting very close. Very confusing, dare I say. It's 3 o'clock. Okay, I just scheduled the stream for 1 o'clock, so I've made a big mistake there. But we roll. Mike says, could be one of the most competitive seasons in F1 history. Well, I would say the season overall is probably not going to be the most competitive. But where we are now is genuinely very competitive. And that mistake by Max Verstappen has really cost him. Shah Raji says the race ended. The race is tomorrow, my friend. Clickrock now, they all have to rush back to watch the football game. Well, the football's at 5, isn't it? Football's at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, I've got to make some videos for you guys. Maybe I'll have the football on the radio. But yeah, top 3 lockout there for George Russell, Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris. And now, with Max Verstappen's car, well, if you're Verstappen, would it have been better to fix the flaw in that time if it's fixable? Or, you know, how much damage is that for Verstappen? 4 tenths off in qualifying, and that's qualifying sort of pace. So in a race, it probably translates to more. Stephen Osart saying, is Max allowed to change his floor? I don't think he would be allowed to change his floor. I mean, if you broke your front wing, I think you'd be allowed to change it. Are you? I don't know if you're allowed to change it with the same spec part. I don't know. Maybe they need to get dispensation to change it. Hookton says, did Alonso not go out on track? Don't know. Lucy, 1:30 it starts to be aired. Okay, well, we'll go live at 2 then, probably. Is your plug? What do you think about McLaren lately? Not F1, just drama. Well, I'm going to be at McLaren next week, so I'm going to chat with them. So if you've got any questions for McLaren, let me know. Welcome to J Rumbout. Good to have you on board. And yeah, there is a giveaway there if you want to win a backpack as well. Daniel Guarano says McLaren, Aston, Ferrari screwed their drivers at the end. Yeah, we need to have a look back and see what McLaren did or didn't do. Ballet says, bro, was the quality just ended? No, the quality should be the same. Should be 1440p on YouTube. Should be able to see it all. Lewis Hamilton's giving his post-race speech. Lucy loves seeing Jackie on the grid. Anaf Russell excited about a 1-2 on the window. King George looking out for his teammates there. You love to see it. And we hit 400 likes in the end chat. 409 likes. George Russell looks so happy. Isabel kind of want to know why they dropped Porsche and now also dropping Rossi. Ruthless. McLaren over in the IndyCar. No worries, Bally. So George Russell's going to be starting pole. He's got like a denim cap. BFL says, I said we'll have a Brit top 3. I said it. Chat, can we go back and confirm or deny that? Did BFL call it? Was it called? Should be a very interesting race tomorrow. Alumni, amazing how fast Lewis still is at almost 40 years old. Yeah, well, if you keep healthy, keep sharp, he's got the experience. If you still feel like you've got nothing to lose when you turn in at cops at 300 kilometers an hour. BFL did indeed call it. There we go. Paul in Whitehouse confirming it as well. Sizek says, well done, King George. What do we think about the race tomorrow? Do we think George Russell's actually favourite tomorrow to win here? No, Stu seems Mercy are set up for high-speed corners. If they can keep others behind in Sector 1, they'll run away with it. Well, you see the sector times coming in here. I have to say, that Sector 3 from George Russell was untouchable. What a Sector 3. So either straight down, speed down into Stowe, or maybe really braking late into the penultimate corner there. Lando doesn't seem too happy. Three Brits. What an iconic photo. Oh, they want the drivers to swap. Inspirational, probably, hopefully, for any young Britons watching. If you want to get into racing, you can do it in sim racing, as I show a lot of on this channel. You can do it in karting, as I show a lot on this channel. And sim racing can be super, super cheap to get into. Karting is more expensive, but it's worth trying out. If you want to see whether it's for you, you'll know. Maybe the future British GP pole position person driver will be watching one of these. I don't know. Team broadcasting, well, yes, broadcasting every race, although in 2 weeks time I do have a clash for Hungary, because I'm going to be at Formula E in London for the finale of the Formula E season. I'm going to be there with Formula E as part of the team. Size X, has that ever happened in F1 history before? I'm trying to think, was there ever like a Vettel, Schumacher, Hulkenberg? I don't know. Beef and Barley would really enjoy a Hamilton win. BFL Toto's having his hand. I mean, thinking back on, like, has it ever happened before? If you think about the previous British generations, when you had Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button, the third driver might have been like Anthony Davidson or somewhere. They never had a chance. Earlier on, when you had Coulthard, you know, Jenson didn't have a chance most of the time. Or Paul di Resta didn't have a chance. But now it just seems like there's more. You have more of a chance if you're a midfield team. No worries, Seema. Thanks so much tonight. Can't wait till tomorrow. You'll be back tomorrow. Big rugby going on as well. Yes, right. We'll be back tomorrow, everyone. So, and we'll try and go live an hour before. Should be exciting. So if you want to see that, you just got to hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit it there, wherever it is. And hit the like button as well. We're obviously trying to get to 100k subs. And maybe we'll do more stuff with Formula 1 next season. Go to more races. But I also want to just check and see where Lance Stroll is going to get a penalty, but I don't think it's going to come through soon. But yeah, there we go. It's been exciting, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. The stream is already off tomorrow. Please do give it a like. And yeah, join the Discord, link coming up as well. So if you have enjoyed it, just hit that link, join the Discord. It's completely free. Everything you see here is free. It's all free for you. You don't need to pay anything. You can donate if you want to, obviously. But you don't need to. That's the cool thing. No worries, everyone. It's great to see you all. And I will see you tomorrow. I might actually see you tonight as well, because I might co-stream the Gran Turismo World Finals. We will see. But I'll definitely be here tomorrow for Formula 1. For the race. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Have a very good Saturday. And I will see you then. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow.